All right. Well, okay. Well, my real number 5 is a film I actually discovered during research for this, but I watched it and I love it. And I'm going to watch it again. I'll watch it with you guys at some point. It is called RAD. Yes. It tells the story starring Bill Allen. Yeah. Do you guys know Bill Allen? I didn't either. And it tells the story of a young man named Crew Jones. Like an 18-year-old in his small town of Cochrane, USA. We're not really sure where it is. And he has dreams of becoming a professional BMX biker. And this movie starts with just BMX tricks on Venice Boardwalk, but like you never see California again. It's just for the credits and the opening and the end. This kid, he wants to race. He has a paper route as well. So he that's where he develops his skills. The local cop chases him through lumber yards for him to fine-tune his BMX, jumping skills or whatever. The biggest star in this film that you would know, Aunt Becky, a young Lori Loughlin stars in this. And there is a very confusing, two times too long, bike dance scene at a prom-esque dance to celebrate this BMX event that's about to happen in their town. And there's slow-mo shots of them sitting on handlebars with their arms out as if they're being showered with like flower petals. But it's just like the sparkles of the crowd as they watch them. It's a very, very strange movie. It's basically just a commercial for 7-Eleven is in it a lot. You see some Pepsis in there. They mention by name like AT&T and like Taco Bell and then Mongoose Bikes. Clearly this was like a time in the 80s when bike companies bet big on the BMX trend, and clearly it didn't hit that hard. But the teacher from Fast Time at Ridgemont High, Mr. Hand, Ray Walston, he's in this as a guy who says his first line in the movie.
The world would be a lot better off without kids.
After the main character knocks the coffee and pastries out of his hand with a flying paper. And so he's the curmudgeon who gets turned, his heart goes from stone to gold, and he actually helps out the main character in the end. But man, it was a delicious little ride. Ray Farnham, I don't think he was famous before this, did the soundtrack. And my favorite line, the chorus of the main song is, when there's thunder in your heart and you're going for the greatness, when you can taste the glory of the moment. It's incredible. So, RAD 1986. I lay that at your feet.
It is an overpowering monument of 80s cliches. That was really pretty incredible. Also, Talia Shire of the Coppola dynasty is in this movie.
I was about to say, Mitch said the only recognizable face is Lori Loughlin. And I was like, Talia Shire has been part of the biggest trilogies that end up to go longer than that films in history.
Yeah, but she's in this film for like 3 minutes, and they clearly had her for one day.
Of course.
And she's the mom who's like, the whole thing is the same day that Hell Track, which is the big race he's got to win at the end. Hell Track is on the same day as the SAT tests.
Oh, no.
And she's like, you got to take the test for your future and education. And then he's like, Mom, what if I just take them 6 months later and I just delay college 6 months? And she's like, can you do that? Are you sure? And he's like, yeah. She's like, okay. And then, that kind of fixes it.
What dramatic conflict. This is...
I know. But
you see, that's the key to a dramatic scene is one character has to want one thing and the other has to want it. Oh, man.
Yes, yes. And she's always on the brink of tears. And at the end, when she sees her son do well in the race, it's just a small little whisper of a smile comes out. But like you see her so little throughout this film. She's really not a big part of it.